Hey guys, hey, welcome to the beginning of this week's Math Notes. The way that we're going to, and I guess before we even get started, I hope you guys are doing well and staying healthy. We have busyness with the new puppy, and let's see, and then trying to do new and exciting stuff with my boys. We have taught them how to play poker. I don't know if it's a good thing because they really, really like it and they really want to play a lot. And they're getting pretty good. So I don't know if it's great to have a 10 and an 8-year-old poker shark, but that's what we have going on. It keeps us busy and up late at night, but we're having fun. And then one more thing before I get going is that there will be some Zoom meetings going on. I'm going to try and assign those. Um, just to check in, see if you guys have any questions, get any feedback, and anything I can help you guys with. All right, so moving on to what we're doing this week. This week we are going to work with statistics and Desmos, and that is these notes today. The title does say Computing Statistics with Desmos, and it's going to be a little bit different. So I shared with you a copy of these notes in your Google Classroom. I marked it as an assignment, but that's the only way I can do it to make sure you have your own copy of notes. The reason is, so this is what I'm going to do. Here's Desmos. But if I have a Google document, like right here, what I can do, and I'm doing this to make this easier for you guys, is we can go ahead and copy our data set, this list. And so all you have to do on your I can't use words, Chromebook is Control C. So I did that right now. I hit Control C. And then I'm going to follow these steps right here to find all of these values. So we're going to go to Desmos. And to create our list, we're going to do A equal sign, square bracket, and now I'm going to do Control V, and it pasted my data set in there. And so we should have 12. It should say 12 element list. Okay, notice how my keypad is open. If it's not open, open it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to click on functions. I'm going to minimize that. And from functions, we're going to go to stats. And mine just happened to be open because that's where I was working here last. And we're going to go ahead and find various statistic functions by clicking here. So I'm going to start with total. So we click total. Oops. Let's do this. Don't do what I did. We're going to come down and do a new line, then I'll go back and do those steps. We'll do total. And the total I want is the list. So I could hit Control V again and recopy all of those numbers, or I can hit A and it takes all of these numbers for me, and my total is 440. So I'm going to go ahead and put this into my notes, 440. And you guys can do this as well, so you don't have to copy it down. Next, so I'm going to come down to my next line. We're going to go down and do the mean. And so function, I'm at stats already. I'm going to click on mean and then A, and it gives me my mean. And I'm going to go ahead and round this when I put this in my Google Doc. So it was 36, and I'll round to the hundredths, 67 hundredths. Okay, so back to Desmos. And again, I'm just, following these steps right here. Median. Function. I find median, there it is, and then I type in my list A that I want. It gives me the median, 24.5 or 24 and a half. So 24 and a half. Isn't this awesome? Isn't this so easy and quick? The other thing that I can do is, since I know what the acronym is, min, I can always just physically type that in and do it, and it gives it to me that way. Or I can pick it from this list. And so my min is 3. Coming to the next one, that is my max. Maximum from my list A, and it gives me 93. 93, so I'm going to type that in. Range. When I come here in my functions, if you noticed, range is not given, but we can still find the range. So remember, range is your maximum value minus your minimum value. So if I wanted to, I could just type in, I have my maximum. So I'm typing that minus sign, and then min, and I'm going to go ahead and type in A, and it does the subtraction for me. And so my range is 90. All right, so that was the first part, part one. We use that data set. So I'm going to scroll down to page 2 where I have part 2, and I have the following data set. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to highlight it, hit Control C. I'm going to come to Desmos. I'm going to just kind of cancel all these out. I don't have to, but I'm just kind of going through and showing you again what to do. So I have A, equal sign, square bracket. Now it's Control V, so I paste that in there. And so for part 2, this time I'm asking you, so let's just double check, the 5-number summary. If you remember, the 5-number summary is used for a box and whisker plot. So this is an easy way to get the values for that box and whisker plot rather than what you have had to do in the past. So isn't this nice? I hope you think so. So the first one that we have to do is min. So again, functions, stats, I have min. I'm going to type in A, and it gives me my min is 2. So I'm going to put that in my notes. I have 2. I'm going to go ahead and next do my median. That's the next one. So median, type in A, 66.5. So type that in, 66.5. And then my maximum, I can type that in, max if I want. I don't have to necessarily go to the tab, and it gives it to me. I have 99. Now, working with quartiles, it's a little bit different. So we'll have to do quartile 2, quartile 3. Quartile 1 and quartile 3. If you remember, quartile 2 is the median. That's another name for median. So to do a quartile, I'm going to come to the function, and I'm going to click on quartile. I want the quartile from list A, but I want the first quartile, so I'm going to do 1. So that's my first quartile, and it's 45.5. Now, to do quartile 3, same thing. I'm going to find quartile, put it in. Notice how I have that exclamation point, and it's telling me that I do have an error. So I'm going to have A, comma, not until I type in 3 does that error symbol go away, and I do get that value. So quartile 3 is 71. Now the last thing we're going to do is my interquartile range. And so remember, I have all the steps right here for you. Interquartile range, if you remember, it's the third quartile minus the first quartile, and I can type this straight into Desmos and it'll give it to me. So I'll go ahead, actually, I can do it right here. I'm going to continue on, I'm going to do minus, I'm going to go back, click on quartile, A, comma, 1, and it gives me the answer. If I wanted to, I could always just do the numerical value that I see in my line above. So I could do 45.5, which I see right here. However you want to play with this and try this out. So, I'm typing it out too. So lots of options with Desmos to be able to do that. So 25.5. Now, if you have a graphing calculator, they can give you a 5-number summary, but it's completely different. Lots of YouTube videos out there to help you walk through it if you're interested. But here's some extra helpful videos on how to do what we just did, so you can access that. Again, this is going to be given to you so you can type right on here if you want for your notes. You don't have to necessarily print it out. And the worksheet that goes with this is a Google form. So again, you can just copy from the Google form, paste it into Desmos to get your various answers. All right, if you are struggling with this, please shoot me an email, and I can always modify the assignment for you with this Desmos application. All right, well, good luck with it. Take care, stay healthy. Talk to you guys soon.